ladies and gentlemen, Manny here. Welcome back to the freaking flipping channel! Appreciate you being here after such a long time. No uploads again. Well, for those of you who are on the Patreon, you know what's up, but yeah, here on the main channel it has been quiet for a while. Welcome back. The reason for this video, well, there's many reasons for this video, but the main reason for this video is that the day before yesterday I put down the freaking last of my floor elements. And that marked a glorious moment in my life, my friends, because it marked the finish of the biggest and craziest, but at the same time also most awesomest DIY project that I ever embarked on, which is what you see right now here. Yeah, as you can see, it's a yurt, okay? It's a freaking yurt. I mean, it's not a freaking standard yurt. It's a fancy yurt, okay? It's a fancy yurt. It's got many fancy features. If you stick around until the end of this video, we're gonna make a little room tour, maybe, if you're lucky. But yeah, man, I've been working on this thing for the better part of a year now, and yeah, at the beginning of this year, 2022, I formulated the getting out of rent project. Well, especially on the Patreon, right? And for those of you who've been following me, you know that I'm looking out, I'm looking out for a longer time already, for opportunities to finally get out of rent, because being in rent is such a flipping place to be. It's not a good place to be. Well, let's say it like that. I'm going into a lot more detail in why I believe that is so on the Patreon and stuff, but yeah, I wanted to get out of it finally, as a young kind of family father, as you will. Family father, right? We're so mature here. We're so mature here on this channel. It's family-friendly content. As a young family father, of course, your priorities in life, they shift a little bit, You get new ideas. You get new ideas of self-sustainability, self-sufficiency, being able to protect and respect what you got. And also having something in the first place, right? Not renting something that you don't even own yourself and helping someone else to pay off his or her mortgage or whatever else in debt they are and whatnot. So I've been looking out for opportunities to finally get out of rent, and doing that as a cheapest and hands-on, set your own hands-on method ways as possible, without indebting yourself like crazy, without becoming a slave to the system, a modern slave as it is, if you will. And yeah, I stumbled upon this opportunity. Talked to a friend who has a little woodworking workshop. Big shout out to Stefan. Without you, this project wouldn't have been possible. Thank you so much. There's gonna come acknowledgements and whatnot. I think in a separate video I'm gonna do a little bit of a summary of this whole thing, also here on the main channel. But if you're interested in all the details and all the struggles and whatnot, you really should check out the Patreon if you're interested in something like this as well. Getting out of rent in a cheap way, in an affordable way, without indebting yourself for life and stuff like that. Yeah, you can do it. It's a huge struggle. It's a huge effort, especially if you already got a small family, and that demands attention. That demands, time off. I didn't work on this project full time. If I would have done that, it would have probably gone down a lot quicker, right? But even with that in account, it went down relatively quick, under a year, right? So in under a year, you can go from being completely stuck in rent, in a flat, if you've got a little bit of savings, to freeing yourself like I'm saying this quote unquote because still we're not completely free as a bird or anything like that. Yeah, but I found that process quite cool, and of course, man, so many huge new experience points have been made in that workshop working with wood. If you've been following the main channel as well, then you know I've got this kind of thing with wood. I love doing the DIY projects with wood. I did all the camper van stuff myself, and I don't know, man. I have a little bit of a talent, I guess, for the material, and I think that also showed here again with this DIY project. Everything that is wooden that you can see here, I did myself, apart from the windows. These I bought secondhand, but the framing for the windows and stuff like that I did myself. But I don't even want to get into too much detail in you know, the crafty aspect of this whole thing. I just wanted to update you here finally one more time on the main channel to tell you that this crazy project is now coming to an end just in time, because I told you, it's a New Year's anniversary 2022. I want to be out of rent in this year, and it's the end of the year now, and I'm as freaking out of rent as it can be, right? So I would say I can finally tick off this project. That means there's new space. There is space for, you know, new endeavors. And I formulated actually another goal at the beginning of 2022, which I unfortunately could not complete or could not attack even, because this was demanding so much attention. And that is that I also wanted to finally work on a 9A project, right, in terms of climbing. Because I'm not done with this freaking sport yet. Albeit, you know, I had to widen my horizon quite a bit here in the meantime, and I did. So my life does not revolve around climbing exclusively anymore, obviously. Yeah, that's not how it works, or I think that's not how it should work in any in any decent on any decent human being. You know, you wanna explore a little bit more. I mean, as I've said it before, and I'll say it again, climbing is freaking awesome. So many freaking aspects in life get ticked by the climbing sport. It's amazing, but it's not the only thing in life, right? It's not the only thing in life, and yeah, definitely I learned a lot in the last year that is outside of the climbing realm. But I think and I feel that it is time to step in again, relatively soon. Unfortunately, this took a little longer than I anticipated, so I would have loved to start already this autumn, because autumn, that's good conditions, right? Now, we're in the midst, well, at the beginning of winter, we had minus 11 degrees here in somewhere in the mountains recently, so that was quite of a shock actually, and now it's quite okay. It's about 1 degree outside or something, and inside, let me see, we actually got 4 degrees. Win! So this thing is also quite insulated, right? So there's always a little bit, just because of the greenhouse effect of the windows and everything, there's a little bit warmer conditions in here than outside. And also it is freaking waterproof, right? So it's actually dry in here, which is also amazing. But yeah, not too much detail. Am I done with this thing? No, obviously not. You see it here in its virgin conditions. I wanted to show it to you in its virgin conditions because I'm sure, man, once I let the girlfriend and especially the little one come in here, you know, this wonderful state of peace and order. Oh, it's just so amazing, this round shape, this beautiful, peaceful, orderful room. Well, it will come to an abrupt end once the little one is getting in here and starting its destructive jobs. Yeah, the beautiful floor that you see here, it's gonna get cuts, it's gonna get paint on it, it's gonna get drawn on it most likely. Most likely there's gonna be cuts in the wall, in the canvas, in the yeah, I don't even wanna anticipate it, but that's because I had to make this shot now. I wanted to show it to you in its virgin conditions, because it's so beautiful, man. I put down that last freaking floor element, I get out the vacuum cleaner. If you've been following me for a longer time, then you know I'm not the cleanliest person, right? I'm not the cleanliest guy out there. But this vacuum cleaning session, after this floor was done, you know, getting all the little sawdust chips and all the little, you know, fibers of wood, mat, insulation and blah 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 out of the way into the vacuum cleaner. It was a glorious hour, man, that I spent vacuum cleaning this freaking floor. It was like Zen meditation. And I'm not a fan of vacuum cleaners. You know what that means. And vacuum cleaning, especially. But man, it was the most joyful hour of vacuum cleaning in my whole life. I tell you that. So yeah, is there anything else that I wanted to say? I think that's basically it, my friends. I wish you a most joyful and happy Christmas. I hope this video reaches you before Christmas. Well, it most definitely will, if the internet here isn't letting us down. We're quite isolated here, so depending on the weather, you know, we got better and worse connection. But I hope this video reaches you before Christmas. Today is the 23rd of December, actually, as I'm recording this. So there's a good chance it will. And that's awesome. And now, yeah, I will say stay strong and healthy somewhere out there. And if you made it to the end of this video, I congratulate you. Because now we will actually take a little bit of a look around. We'll make a little bit of a room tour. If you don't mind coming with me here. Well, let me show you first the most glorious and epic Hydra neck pillars, which are actually holding the crown wheel of this thing in the air. Beautiful beach made tonneau up there. We've got a nice little plexiglass dome going. Let me see if I can actually show you the outside. Yeah, nicely. You can see the tree. I mean, how freaking epic can you even freaking believe it? Look at that. Freaking tree looking inside of your room there. And that's a cool thing, you know. Everything feels really, really organic. Of course. Let me put you down here real quickly. We got ourselves a nice little opening mechanism as well. Let me show you. I mean, how cool is that, huh? Have you ever seen anything cooler than that? Let's go to full opening. Let's go to freaking full opening. I'm not even kidding, man. Look at that. So this way you can air the yurt, right? You can let the wind draft through it. All the beautiful bird sounds from the outside coming in. Yeah. And of course also the car sounds. And the chainsaw sounds. Well, we're not completely alone here, right? And that is totally okay. Well, yeah, that's the cool opening mechanism, man. We've got a nice beach tonal going on. And, yeah, what else is there to show you? Let me just grab you again. This is the back door here. Well, I have to adjust this again. Look at that. This is what I came through when I entered the yurt before. It's a very nice door that we've got secondhand from a old farm, actually, somewhere in Upper Austria. Pretty cool people. This is a piece of the Kana, the Scherengitter, as we call it in German. As you can see here, it's going behind the second layer of the floor. The canvas is cotton, simple cotton. Here we've got a nice big window. Looking at some laundry outside. Well, this is not laundry, this is just an extra sheet of canvas, I think, that we got left over. Yeah, we had a lot of snow recently, but now it's melting away very, very quickly. We also already got power in the yurt here, as you can see. Beautiful power line there. Here we've got a 3-piece window. Little garage outside with the most epic T4, right? A bit of firewood that I cut myself. With some epic survival gear that I reviewed on the Patreon. Well, and there is really not much more to say at this point. Of course, there's gonna go a heating unit inside of here, there's gonna go some furniture inside of here, some of which has to be still built in the workshop and everything. Again, if you want to follow this journey in a more close fashion, you can do that on the Patreon. I will also definitely make some content with this thing here on the main channel. I mean, how can it not be that way? But yeah, hope you enjoyed the little room tour. I hope you're strong and healthy somewhere out there. I wish you a joyful and happy Merry Christmas. And I'll see and hear you most definitely very soon, my friends. Stay strong.